I have respect for guys. I have respect for guys' games and what they've done, but at no point in my career will I ever back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk, I shoot, alley-oop, I attack, I make plays my way. I've never tried to make people mad. I've never tried to make people look bad. Sometimes things happen. Life goes on. I dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. It's a pass for me. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. That's what people want to see. I will never back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. It's a pass for me. Dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. I will never back down.
Yeah, we'll never back down. We're just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. Streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. AJ Jones coming to you on Winning Wednesday, again, in the middle of a conference. So not going to be on here long. You know what we call it, a fast break edition of the lunch break powered by JM&E. All right, so let's get to it. Last night, 3 teams entered in the NBA playoffs last night, up 1-0. Not all of them came out that way. In fact, 2 of them did not come out that way. I told you, where you at, Allman? I told you that the Dallas Mavs were going to be just fine, and they would come out 1-1, and that's what happened. Dallas beat the Clippers 96-93. Big game from Luka, as always. Luka, 32 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists in the win. Kyrie Irving did his thing as well, 23, 6, and 3. He shot 50% from three-point land. Also, they got 18 from PJ Washington. He added 6 rebounds, and then they got 10 from Mr. Derrick Jones Jr., who is, man, that dude is a high flyer. That bro can ball. Off the bench, they got 7 and 9 from Lively. And let's keep him in our prayers. Derek Lively II had already lost his dad, but recently lost his mom. And to hear that the teammates of the Dallas Mavericks have literally been wrapping their arms around him and saying what they should say, he's family. A lot of times we look at these players as if they are just entertainers. They have no lives. They have no ability to emote about anything because of all the money that they make playing a game. And here you have a young man who has just lost his mom, was out there last night, giving it everything he got, and they got the win. So again, Derek Lively II, just know that we are praying for you here at the lunch break. All right. So again, Dallas on top. 96-93 on the Clippers, 96-93 over the Clippers. Clippers had Kawhi Leonard back last night in limited action, 15.7 rebounds, 2 assists. James Harden and Paul George both dropped 22. Harden had a tough night from 3, 2 for 10. And, of course, here come all the boo birds. Yeah, I told you. That's what he's always done in the playoffs, da-da-da-da. Tough night. Folks weren't saying that 3 nights ago, whenever they played last. Tough night last night. Dallas got the win. Series is tied at 1 each. Now the series shifts back to Dallas for the next 2 games. And what the Clippers have to do is they got to win a game there and get the series back on serve. But again, Dallas in great position to advance out of that first round matchup with the LA Clippers. And then the Indiana Pacers did what I didn't think that they would do. They blew out the Milwaukee Bucks 125-108. That series is now tied at 1 each. But let me jump over to the Milwaukee Bucks. They are without Giannis, and Bobby Portis kind of came back down to earth. Bobby only had 14, 11, and 2, and was 0 for 2 from 3. Bobby has been playing out of his mind since moving into the starting lineup in place of Giannis. They got 34 from Dame Lillard. Can't blame him. He was 10 for 21, 6 for 13 from 3. 22 from Brook Lopez. He was 6 for 7 from 3. They got 15 from Middleton. That's where they got to pick up the slack. You expect Bobby Portis to play like Bobby Portis played last night, but you expect Chris Middleton to be the go-to guy, him and Dame Lillard, Batman and Robin, in these playoffs, and that didn't happen last night. And then they got little of nothing off the bench. Connaughton didn't hit a 3 in the game. Green didn't hit a 3. In fact, did anybody on the bench hit a 3? No. Jay Crowder, where's he been? What's going on with him? What's going on with him? Beasley, only 4 points. So, again, the Pacers did what they needed to do. The Bucks didn't. That series is now tied at 1 each, and now it shifts to Indiana. The Bucks are going to have to steal a game in Indiana to keep this series alive. Ahmad, there you are, bro. When I call your name, Ahmad's like, yeah, I ain't hard to find. He said that's just one game. Luka will get his. The rest of the team will not. Again, man, they are not a. Other than Luka, you can't even put Kyrie in that mix anymore. They are not a blowout, sexy kind of team. Man, they get after it. They get after it. They play defense. They're playing better defense. It's the acquisition of a couple of players, but they're just not that high-flying team like everybody else expects when you look at Boston, when you look at Denver, when you look at some of these other squads. Dallas is not that squad, but again, they are sitting better. Them and the Pacers are sitting better than a lot of teams who are 2-0. And I say that because if you don't win a game on the road, and you don't defend your home court, there's no way you can win the series. You gotta win a game on the road if you're an underdog team. You gotta win a game on the road. If Denver goes and loses 2 in LA, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. If the Clippers go and lose 2 in Dallas, now you got a 3-1 lead for the Dallas Mavericks. All they got to do is find a win. So yeah, I'm not trying to use hyperbole here. Dallas is sitting pretty. Dallas and Indiana have jumped. If I did power rankings right now, if I did power rankings for the playoffs, I would have Boston number 1. I would probably have I'm thinking I should have done this, but I haven't done it. I would probably have, who would I go number 2? Who would I let me look. Hold on. I'm gonna do it real quick. I guess I could go Nuggets, but they've been struggling. They almost lost the other night. I'd definitely go. No, here it is. I got it. My bad. Should have paused. I'd go Boston number 1. I'd go Minnesota number 2. I'd go Pacers number 3, Mavericks number 4, Denver number 5, and everybody else. And I know y'all be like, oh man, yeah, Denver, da. They had to overcome a 20-point deficit. That ain't a good look. So yeah, I'm sticking with that. My top 5 power ranking in the playoffs right now, I'm going Boston, Minnesota, Indiana, Mavericks, Nuggets. That's 5. True that, but I'm not a Jason Kidd fan. Well, that's different, bro. I mean, that's different. Jason Kidd, I'm gonna get y'all in the room together. We're gonna be like Boomerang, man. We're gonna be up on top of the rooftop while my fried chicken is burning down my apartment. And I'm gonna tell you, we boys, man. We boys. Squash this stuff, man. We boys. Get you and Jason Kidd together, man, and we wrap that up. But anyway, we take a break. We'll be right back. I'll wrap it up right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
For Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Deebo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense
the throw, just got the king.
BS3 Network.
the hottest of hot takes, the coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. Four men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Oh, man, I'm just not a Jason Kidd fan, bro. I'm about to get y'all back right. Okay, it's our fast break edition of Winning Wednesday. Last night, the Timberwolves beat the Suns 105-93. And I got to tell you, the Suns in Miami would be in the last places of my power rankings if I did that because, man, the Suns, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I know everybody's like, oh, well, they didn't have this person. That's the game. Y'all brought in a new head coach to fix that. That's the game. Yeah, y'all jumped on Monty. Oh, but look what he's doing in Detroit. He don't have anything close in Detroit to what he had in Phoenix. And now you're going to make a excuse for Frank Vogel. He's got to coach better. Got to get him better. And they don't look good. They don't look good right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, games for today. You got the OKC Thunder hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. That's the late game. And then the early game, the Celtics and the Heat. Jimmy Butler not going to be back for this series. That sprained MCL, I think it is not going to allow him to get back. It is. Because you can't tell me, and I'm sorry, man, this has been an argument that I've had for years, so this isn't new. If you cannot coach the players that you have because your superstars are out, then you're not a good coach. You're not a good coach. And I'm sorry. I know everybody has jumped off the Bill Belichick bandwagon. I know they have. But when Bill Belichick won 11 games with Matt Castle as his quarterback, that told me that Bill Belichick could coach. All these coaches out there, oh, I didn't have this guy, and I didn't have that guy, and you can't coach. You all right, but you ain't a great coach. I'm sorry. I will never move off that argument. I will always nod with you because I'm not going to fight with you. But I will, in my mind, will never change if you cannot coach the players that you have and still be competitive. They might as well have kept Monty Williams. They might as well have they might as well have made the changes that they made, moving on from DeAndre Ayton, moving on from some of the other guys, and kept Monty if this is what they're going to do. You got arguably two of the best players in the world on your team, and another guy that you brought in to be the third. He has been hurt one more time, and Mm-mm. No, because that's you ain't developing other players behind them. Your scheme doesn't match without these players. No, bro, you gotta figure it out. Yeah, everybody talking about how much money we pay the players. You paying these coaches too much money for them to allow that to be their excuse. You let me come in. You let a $5 million, $6 million, $7 million, $8 million person come in, and they telling me that they couldn't win because they didn't have all the toys and the gadgets. You just got fired. You just got fired. I need the person that's gonna come in and say, "Who we got?" I run down the list. Let's go. I'm sorry, bro. It ain't a Frank Vogel issue. I'm not coming for Frank Vogel. I'm coming for coaches that use those things as excuses. I'm not saying he has. I'm not saying he has. I'm just saying coaches that use those things as excuses for why they didn't win. All right, so again, tonight, early game, Celtics, Miami Heat. I got Celtics. Second game, Thunder and Pelicans. Again, I've got Thunder. Thunder would be in my top four. I misspoke. I probably put the Thunder in there and slide everybody else down, which says a lot about Denver. If Denver wins a game in LA, it's 2-0 Denver. If they win game 3 in LA, I'm putting them back in the top 3. I'm putting them back. But right now, what they've done in Denver against the Lakers, All right, let me jump. The NFL draft starts tomorrow. Of course, the Chicago Bears have the number 1 pick. Everybody would fall off their chair if they don't go Caleb Williams. Everybody would be looking real crazy if they don't go Caleb Williams. I stick by what I said yesterday. I've got quarterbacks going in the first round. I've got wide receivers going in the first round. I've got offensive linemen going in the first round. I've got defensive ends and edge rushers. So I do not see running backs going out in the first round. You might get a tight end to slide in there, but it's going to be heavy quarterback, heavy wide receiver. When I say heavy, I mean more than 3 in these areas will go in the first round. More than 3 quarterbacks, more than 3 wide receivers, more than 3 offensive linemen. You'll probably get at least 3 defensive edge rushers, linemen type folks, and then defensive backs in the first 32. I don't expect to see any running backs. Again, a tight end or 2 might happen. So we'll see tomorrow night, NFL draft happening there. One more thing before I go. Donna Coleman-Holman, my sister has weighed in. Sis, thank you for your service. All mad you don't like J Kids play. Donna say they must have been dating the same chick. I don't know. Allman's got some personal issues. You know, he used to be in the league, so Allman got some personals, man. I don't know what that happened with Jason and Allman. I don't know. I knew what you meant, sis. I knew what you meant. Okay. Reggie Bush has gotten his Heisman Trophy back. The Heisman Trophy Trust has decided that due to the changes in the landscape where players are now able to make money and get extra benefits from NIL and other things, that they are going to reinstate Reggie Bush's record stats and the Heisman. Yeah, a little late. You know, the Fab Five did not win a Heisman, but they need to have their stuff reinstated as well. Other players need to have their stuff reinstated as well. And it just goes to show why the NCAA will always be a joke in my mind. They don't use their judicial process evenly. Herm Edwards just got hit with a 5-year show cause because of recruiting violations during COVID. But yet, and I know it's different sports, but yet Bill Self, Rick Pitino, and others, Sean Miller up at Xavier, and others, barely got tapped on the. I'll throw a name out there that y'all gonna be like, oh, AJ, Coach K received the hometown approach to investigations. Smith over at not Dean Smith. Who was the head coach at North Carolina after Dean Smith left? Yeah, all of these guys got a very light white glove touch of the NCAA, but Herm Edwards, HBCUs, schools that they didn't really like got Roy Williams. Thank you. Everybody else got hammered. These other folks got Harbaugh up in Michigan. You mean what Herm Edwards did during COVID is worse than what Jim Harbaugh did up at Michigan? The NCAA is a joke. It's not serious. And I cannot wait for the day when two Power 5 schools, not conferences, schools like the Ohio State and Alabama or somebody like that decide we don't have to do what you tell us to do. We allowed you to be the organization. We don't want to do that anymore, and we're gonna govern ourselves. And once that happens, the NCAA will be no more. John Calipari, we can go on and on and on. None of those guys got a fraction of what Herm Edwards got. And I'm not a Herm Edwards fan. Before you think I'm making it a black and white issue, I'm not. I'm talking about the NCAA, the blue and white. That's what I'm talking about. They're a joke. They are a joke of an association and an organization, and their governance is laughable. And this is just another case of where they do too much in the wrong place and not enough in the others. I got to go. Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, be out here tomorrow doing his thing. He's got special guests coming in. Y'all be sure and check him out for another lunch break takeover by Houston Roundball Review. Coach Johnny Cole and the HBCU Stroll be back at it on Friday and Monday. And then your boy will be back next Tuesday with more on the lunch break powered by JM&E. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There is nothing you can do about it except tune in tomorrow and stop rocking with the NCAA, man. Hold on. Before I go, Michigan got 3 years probation for the COVID violations. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna have some pasta for lunch. So y'all take care. I love you. I love you, Willie. I love you, man. But you're not gonna get me off of it. The NCAA is a joke. Come on, man. 5-year cause for Herm Edwards. How many year cause does Harbaugh have? I know he jumped to the league, but how many years cause did they put in place in case he decides to come back? I'm gone, y'all. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all take care. You know, nothing but love. I got nothing but love for you, baby. All right, y'all. We out.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. Number 1. The second day of testimony in the hush money trial of Donald Trump ended early after Judge Juan Merchan called it a day. Among the day's events, the judge held an early hearing regarding the gag order placed upon the former president after posting comments on his social media, including his treatment in this trial and potential witnesses like former attorney Michael Cohen called to testify against him. Former publisher of the National Enquirer and Trump confidant David Pecker continued his testimony about buying negative stories involving Trump and women with whom he is alleged to have had affairs or personal relationships, including former Playboy model Karen McDougal. Number 2. O.J. Simpson's estate executor plans to contest a $33.5 million judgment against him. The executor intends to prevent the Goldman family from receiving funds from Simpson's estate, emphasizing his animosity toward them. The Goldman and Brown families are expected to have a strong claim to Simpson's assets, which may be distributed through a trust. Number 3. Talking to your partner about your depression can be intimidating because you have no control over how another person will respond. Contrary to popular belief, it's possible to have a healthy relationship when half of a couple suffers from mental illness. An essential part of mental health is connection, which can improve symptoms. Telling your partner how they can support your treatment can be a major part of your healing. Number 4. A talk on anti-bullying by an actor by the name of Malik Pancoli was canceled by a Pennsylvania school board due to concerns over his activism and lifestyle. A board member said that Malik's activism and lifestyle should not be imposed on the children, and the vote was 8-0. The board's decision sparked a petition for reinstatement signed by over 1,000 people. Number 5. Janiyah Jackson has been missing from Orlando, Florida since April 15th. She was last seen at the Edgewater High School around 2:30 on that day. Janiyah was last seen wearing black sweatpants, a black hoodie, and black and white shoes. Janiyah is 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighs about 113 pounds, with black hair, light complexion. Anyone with information on Janiyah's disappearance, please take a look at her picture and go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Join us tonight live on Facebook and YouTube as we talk more about this case with Black and Missing Foundation co-founder Natalie Wilson. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. It's wise not to overthink, worry, or stress. Instead, have faith and just let things play out. Inhale faith, exhale fear. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with our usual cohort of folks. It's Stephen Hill, Myra J.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.